NATO-Russia Showdown, who holds the upper hand? The relationship between NATO and Russia has never been an easy one. Since the Cold War ended, the two sides have tried to navigate their shared history and ongoing geopolitical tensions. However, recent events have brought the relationship to boiling point, and it is unclear who holds the upper hand. On the one hand, NATO has been flexing its muscles in recent years, with increased military spending and a renewed focus on collective defense. This has been driven largely by concerns over Russia's aggressive actions in Ukraine, which saw the annexation of Crimea and ongoing support for separatist rebels in the east of the country. In response, NATO has deployed troops and military equipment to the eastern edges of its territory and strengthened ties with partners like Ukraine, Georgia, and Moldova. On the other hand, Russia has been pushing back against what it sees as NATO's encroachment on its borders. This has included military exercises and deployments, as well as diplomatic efforts to undermine NATO's cohesion and legitimacy. Russia has also invested heavily in new weapons systems, such as hypersonic missiles and unmanned underwater vehicles, which it says are necessary to counter NATO's superiority. So who holds the upper hand in this NATO-Russia showdown? The answer is not clear-cut, and depends on a number of factors. Firstly, military might is a key consideration. NATO undoubtedly has the edge in terms of conventional military strength, with a combined defense budget of over $1 trillion and the world's most advanced military technology. However, Russia has a trump card in its nuclear arsenal, which remains one of the most powerful and diverse in the world. This means that any direct military confrontation between NATO and Russia could quickly escalate to cataclysmic proportions. Secondly, geography is a factor. Russia's vast size and strategic position means that it has a number of advantages over NATO in a potential conflict. Its proximity to NATO's eastern flank means that it can quickly respond to any perceived threat, and its Arctic coastline provides access to key shipping lanes and resource-rich seabeds. NATO, by contrast, has to project power over vast distances, which can be logistically challenging and leave it exposed to Russian countermeasures. Thirdly, political will is critical. NATO's member states are democracies with a shared commitment to collective defense and human rights. This gives the alliance a moral and political advantage, particularly when it comes to winning hearts and minds in regions like the Balkans and the Middle East. However, this commitment can also be a double-edged sword. If public opinion turns against NATO's engagement with Russia, or if member states lack the political will to support military action, then the alliance's effectiveness could be severely compromised. Finally, the role of non-state actors is an important consideration. In recent years, cyber attacks and disinformation campaigns have become increasingly common in conflicts between nations. Russia has been particularly adept at using these tools to sow discord and undermine Western democracies, including through interference in the US presidential election in 2016. NATO has been slow to respond to these threats, but is now taking steps to bolster its resilience against cyber attacks and information warfare. In conclusion, the NATO-Russia showdown is a complex and multifaceted issue, with no clear winner in sight. While NATO has the edge in terms of conventional military strength and democratic legitimacy, Russia holds a trump card in its nuclear arsenal and strategic position. Ultimately, the outcome will depend on a number of factors, including political will, geography, and the role of non-state actors. What is clear, however, is that the stakes are high, and any mistake could have catastrophic consequences for the world as we know it.